What's up, hustlers? What's up going on, man? It's your boy Gig Hustler PJ coming in for another video real quick. Alright, y'all. This y'all first time at the channel. I go by PJ, and I'm a gig app worker. I work it full times. Started with DoorDash, and eventually now I'm doing multiple catering apps to sustain my income. And I still do a little DoorDash or Uber Eats and stuff like that from time to time. Maybe even sprinkle the Instacart. Anyway, if you've been doing this for as long as I have, for almost 6 years, you notice a few things. You know how to maneuver around these apps the best way possible. But an app by any other name, a gig app by any other name, is still a gig app. I say that to say, hey, all of them play games. All of them gonna put themselves first. So you just gotta be careful what you call, which is the business. I'm not knocking it. They're the business. Hey, if you take the order, that's on you. But you have to be aware of everything when it comes to all of these apps. Now today, I had a particular order that I was in a situation. I still took the order, but I was in a situation where I kind of had to take the order. I ain't say have to, but it would have been more beneficial for me to take the order. What order it was, PJ, I'll break it down to you. So, long story short, 24 hours from now, ago, yesterday, my father texted me, asked me, can I pick him up from the airport? He's out of town right now, asked me, can I pick him up? And of course, he asked me to pick him up during today's dinner rush, which is today is Friday. So I'm like, man, that's time I usually go out and make my money, because my schedule, the way I do my schedule, is on Fridays. I usually don't, the weekends is different. I usually don't go out in the mornings on weekends. I go out at nighttime unless I have catering apps, which catering apps are usually slower on the weekends. You may get one or two, but usually Friday through Sunday, it's a large dip in it. So I already knew I wasn't fit to do too much of nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, okay, I could do that. That's gonna eat up pretty much my dinner shift if I go out, because normally if I don't go out Friday mornings, Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings, I go out at nighttime and make it up with the on-demand delivery apps, because the catering apps are so slow. But I prioritize the catering apps on purpose. I do that on purpose because, hey, it's more money, it's less driving, less wear and tear, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so me knowing this, like, all right, I'm finna miss today's dinner shift. So I'm gonna pick my father. So I'm like, all right, if I get an order come through this, well, if an order come through period that I'm able to do, I do. I ain't gonna say all right because the order comes. So I end up getting 2 orders. One of them was not personally my cup of tea. The one I got for the afternoon, it was a bunch of red flags in it. It was a bunch of red flags. One, the order was like almost $600 worth of food. Now, mind you, if y'all haven't been doing this stuff for a while, you'll know from doing it eventually that with the catering apps, the number they give you is not really the real number. Most of the time, it's a round down. It's rounded down because it's not really the exact number it's supposed to be. And I've learned this over the years. If it's 500, 9 times out of 10, that order was 6 to 7, closer to that. It's never really, because how I learned this, because I look at the receipts when I get the orders. I'm like, they say this, like I done had a bunch of orders. I had a quote unquote $400 order, ended up being $500, $600, all types of different things. So I know how they can maneuver that and make things seem lower than what they was. So the fact that it was a almost $600 order. The tip was $20. That wasn't cool. I mean, the overall payout was like $30 or whatever. Not my cup of tea. I don't normally like to angle. If I'm naming that, if I do a $30 order, it's just me playing the market to the best way I can. No offense to nobody else, but I don't play orders like that because I know that the frequency I can get more than that, and on top of that, the area. It was 2 things. Don't get me wrong. I do a $30 order. Don't get it twisted. I ain't bougie where I won't do a $30 order. I will. I'm not that bougie, but I'm finna show you the combination of why I didn't want to do this particular $30 order. First of all, the price. It was almost, what's that? That wouldn't even been 5%. If it was 600, yeah, that wouldn't be 5% of what the order was worth. That's a red flag. That was red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, the location. The location was in the heart of downtown, where they do not allow you to park here. So if I couldn't keep sight of my car, because that's what I do when I'm downtown. One of the tips, everybody asks how I work downtown. One thing I do, I always put myself in a restaurant where I can see my car at all times. That helps you from getting tickets and towed. And you gotta be quick though. You gotta be on point. And you gotta be on point. You gotta be quick if you see either of the two, because that can prevent you from getting ticket or towed. So that's one thing I didn't like. If I wasn't going to be able to get a park right in front of the store, I would be in a predicament where, because I know that whole street don't let you park there. So that was red flag number 2. Because, and then which goes back to red flag number 1, because the order was going to be so big that I may not even be able to do it in one trip. So it's going to be more time of me being somewhere where my car is in danger. So you gotta be on point with that. So that was 2 red flags: the tip, the time. I'm talking tip and time. The tip and the location of the restaurant. Those are very dangerous, and you know how low it's paying. And the third one was the drop off. The drop off was in a high rise. I ain't gonna put too much information, but it was a high rise, which they don't think I'm bougie if I say this and stuff like that. But I feel like if you got a big known company, and you got me delivering almost $1,000 worth of food, you think just give me a little bit of grease, especially knowing that just downtown it's way more difficult on drivers downtown. Way more difficult. It is a niche, but it's sometimes worth the money. This particular one wasn't worth it, but I normally don't do it, but it rubbed me the wrong way. So those 3 red flags. And not be bougie. I appreciate every customer. If you're a customer watcher, I appreciate every tip. Don't ever get me wrong. But just the mass of the order and the difficulties you have to go through, pick it up and drop it off, you can be a little bit more charismatic with the person. And I can see if I'm a corporation now, we divide all together. But if it's just one person, which y'all been doing this long enough, y'all know it's only probably one delivery driver for food. It's rarely multiple people delivering one order. But whatever. So it wasn't my cup of tea, but I'm like, man, I got hit that order in the morning, which wasn't the best order, but it was cool. It was way lower. That was $30 earlier. So I can show you, I do $30 orders, but it was like only $100 worth of food, so one little box. It was perfect. I'm like, okay, I could do that. That's $30 I could do. I'm lying. I think it was $35. I think it went up because I sworn it was $30 when I seen it, but when I accepted to start doing the triples, it went to 35. But either way, that was cool. No knocking. It was a little further it was a little further south, but it wasn't that far, like 5-6 miles or something. It was cool. It was a real cool order. So don't get me wrong, I'm no boy being bougie, but that second one, that's a doozy. So I get to the restaurant to do the second order because I said I want to take these 2 orders because I may not be able to work at nighttime. That's why the reason I did it. Normally I wouldn't have taken that second big one. So I'm like, I'll do that so I can work nighttime, so I can pick old man up from the airport, because that could be a couple hour thing depending on how it fall. So just, I just chill. So I go do the order, get to the place, and this is what kills me with restaurants. It's like we all trying to work together, us drivers, because we all trying to work together to get the job done. I do not understand if you have an order with the magnitude that is so big, why would you guys not try to pack the order for it to be transported? It's like y'all sabotage the driver. It's like, why would you pack an order with something with saucy? Why would you guys put the sauce to the max capacity knowing that it has to be delivered? You get me? Like, it's something with juice in it. I don't want to give it away, but it's just a big pans with a bunch of juice. Like, it's like ways, and I've been to other restaurants that do that perfectly, so I know it ain't just no them thing. It's like, it's possible you guys just didn't care. Then they gave me a bunch of pans, and they're like, oh yeah, you can't stack the pans on top of each other. So how am I supposed to transport this? It's like, I just feel like the restaurant could have done more. Maybe they could have separated the pan. Maybe you could have put less sauce in it. I don't think the juice, it's soaking the juice, would make it that much better for us. I don't know. I'm just saying. But it was an interesting one. So I had to keep the pan separate. Then they gave me a box, just an open box. Literally a box with all four of the corners open. Like, why y'all couldn't seal it? Why is this open? I don't even think it was no hot food in there. So like, why is, like, it was just disrespect for the delivery driver was crazy. I just felt like y'all just didn't care knowing someone had to deliver this. It was just like, yeah. Which is cool. I still kept my composure. I still was cool. I still, hey, thank you, blah, blah, blah. But I was heated. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was heated. But luckily, when I got to the drop-off, which was cool, they had a cart, because I got my look cart, which I'm about to upgrade to a bigger one, because that thing is real cool. I like it, but sometimes I need more space than that can provide. Sometimes. So I think I should have just went bigger. I went, trying to save face and, trying to cut corners, but I'm not to bite the bullet and get a bigger one. But anyway, luckily the place had carts. So, of course, the sauce is in my bags. My bags is juiced up because the sauce is overran in it. It's just a whole little thing, man. But I got it up there, got the picture, and I was on my way. But the moral of this story is to pick the orders that make sense for you. I named 3 things, or really two things that matter. The third one is just because I know it's a big company, but 2 things I named it here is the price, how much they tip it, how much the pay is, and the locations. Both locations, the pickup and the drop off. Know your area, know your market, because these companies, of course, they're gonna put themselves first. So you gotta put yourself first and know what it is. Just them 2 things alone, really 3 things. I would have normally took the order, but I did it. But just know your market, know what's up. Treat these catering apps just like the on-demand DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. Treat them just like that. Just because they pay, boy, you get your little burn back. Don't let them, don't let it gas you up. Keep your composure and still pick the best orders for you, and make extra prep, because it's catering orders, so they're bigger, they could be inconvenient. So put that in mind too while you make your decisions, because hey, it can cause a lot of frustration if it don't, man. Hey, if y'all made it this far in the video, man, y'all touched the bottom of my heart. I appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like and subscribe to the hustle out. Peace.